is a place to play racquetball. Another thing we need in Wasco is a golf course. Hi everybody, it's Pastor Dave from Grace Community Church. You know, it's easy to think about the things that you need when all of your basic needs are met. I mean, things like a golf course and things like a place to play racquetball. Those are really luxuries. Those are really wants. Not. I don't really particularly need those things. They serve the purpose of being active. They serve the purpose of exercise, but they're not really needs. During this time, this difficult time of that pandemic, when we're all distanced and we're all somewhat isolated, and we've had a chance to really reflect on things and consider things, I've thought about what we need at Grace Community Church. Now, these are real needs. These are needs that I think are critical and crucial, needs that are important. One of the things that we need, we all need this as individuals. One of the things that we need, I addressed last week in my message, in my Easter message, when I was talking about Thomas, and I was talking about how Thomas got the proof that he needed to conclude that Jesus is both Lord and God. And that proof's available to us today, and that's something that we desperately need as individual Christians. Even as an unbeliever, you need to conclude that Jesus is Lord and God. But as believers, we need to live that way. We need to live out the implications of Jesus being our Lord and our God. We need that so much, and that conclusion, we reach that conclusion by the proof that's been provided for us, the proof in the Bible, and that's really what I want to talk about this morning, just for a minute or so. We really need the Bible, and we really need to read the Bible and study the Bible and know the Bible stories. Now, what I want to do in the next several weeks is I want to resume our study. We started a study here at Grace on 1 Corinthians. I want to resume that study, and I want to resume that study by starting in 1 Corinthians 10. And in 1 Corinthians 10, there are Bible stories mentioned that we just need to know, that every Christian needs to know. One of the reasons we started our Grace Kids Zone was so that we could introduce kids or remind some kids of the stories in the Bible that are so important. In 1 Corinthians 10, when Paul starts out, he mentions several stories in the Bible, and I was thinking about that this week. I was thinking about how desperately we need to teach our kids these stories. The story, for instance, the story about the cloud that guided the Israelites through the desert. The cloud that was a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. And how God supernaturally guides his people. You know, I was thinking about the Exodus and that story, and how important that story is in helping us understand deliverance. You see, these stories are so important, and we need to know them. So as we prepare to resume our study in 1 Corinthians, I wish you'd go back and remind yourselves of these stories. I know I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to be reminded. Just read those chapters, those verses in chapter 10 of 1 Corinthians. Read verses 1 to 13, and you'll see how important those Old Testament stories were to Paul, and to Paul's instruction for Christians, for struggling Christians in that passage. Thank you. God bless you, and I look forward to the day when I'm not doing this to a phone, when I'm not speaking to a phone, but I'm speaking directly to you and seeing you look back at me.